Alright, so I know a few weeks back I'd made a comment that I was looking for the perfect concealed carry weapon, concealed carry gun, and you know, I may have actually found it. So back then I'd actually told my FFL, go ahead and try and get this thing. And they'd been sold out or hard to get for whatever reason, but regardless, I just got a call this morning. Actually got a call Friday saying expect it today. My FFL called me back about a half hour ago and said, hey, your stuff's here. So I'm heading over, see my FFL pick up that new concealed carry gun, as well as a nice little 22 pistol. Anyway, so we'll go get those and then bring them back home and open them up and let you know what I think of it. And then later on I'll go ahead and take it to the range. I'll probably do a video on that later on this week, just so you guys can see it. But anyway, kind of exciting. It's always fun picking up a new toy, so we'll see how this thing goes. Anyway, we'll see you back in a few. Alright, well, we made it back. Got back home after hitting up my FFL. So, like I'd said, and probably see it in the title, I picked up a Wilson Combat EDC X9S. It's their relatively new subcompact. I want to say it came out 2 months ago or so. Anyway, let's go ahead and open this thing up, see what my initial impressions are of it, and I'll compare it size-wise to some stuff that you're probably more familiar with, like Glock 19, my Sig P938, and I've also got my 2011 over here too. So anyway, let's check this thing out. Coming in a nice little cardboard box. Got some gun oil, and then let's get straight to it. We got a nice little bag. Probably not going to get too much use out of this, but nice when they give you this stuff. Got your standard manuals, lock, and what we came for. Little Ziploc baggie with the Wilson Combat logo. Cool. All right. So, this is the EDC X9S. I like the size of it. That is nice. So this comes with a 10-round magazine. This is chambered in 9mm. It's a nice trigger. Yeah, this is pretty sweet. So this one comes with a rail. They make these in rail and non-rail versions. It's the same cost either way, and then I had asked my guy to get me black, gray, or two-tone, whatever he could come up with, and so I've got the black one, so that works. This has a nice little fiber optic sight on it, and it has the rear sight the way I like it, with the nice little ledge, so that's good. I like the trigger. It's a good 1911 trigger. It's nice. It's real nice. So this thing's pretty cool. Let's go over some of the features on it, and then I'll compare some of this other stuff. I'm pretty happy with this. This is pretty sweet. So this is a 1911-esque gun. It's probably more similar to a 2011, but even that's not correct. So the frame on this is one piece, and there are no grips, no grip panels. These are all built in. All right, so that's kind of how they get this thing to be as thin as it is. and we'll compare it in a minute here, but it seems about the same thickness as a standard 1911, even though this is a double stack, like a 2011. So this flush mag that is in here holds 10 rounds. And got a little bit of take up on that trigger. Maybe 1/8 of an inch. Just a little take up. And a nice clean break, just the way you want it. I think they call it 3.5 pounds. It's 3-4 pounds, whatever. Yeah, it's about that. It's not a heavy trigger at all. It's a nice one. Nice clean one. And then let's check out that reset real quick. Not a bad reset. Not bad at all. It's very nice. Yeah, no complaints about that trigger. It is nice. It's good. Pretty happy with that. This frame is milled all from one piece, like I was saying. There's no grip safety on the back. Let's take out this magazine. So basically, if you were to, the general concept here is if you were to take off the grip panels and fill in that empty spot with metal, that's kind of what you get here. Again, it's double stack, so it's nice and thin because of that. That is nice. Should be a 15 round mag in here as well. Let's see where that is. Spares. There we go. Okay, so 15 round mag comes with it as well as this 10 rounder, and the difference is just going to be in the base plates right there. All right, so this 10 rounder is going to sit flush. 15 rounder is going to extend quite a bit. Basically, that 15 rounder is a full grip, whereas the 10, your pinky's about halfway on there, at least mine is. But this still feels much better than some of my other subcompacts. So I'm happy with that. I like that. This does come with the ambi safeties. They're nice and rounded pretty well. The engagement is good. It's positive. I mean, yeah, you know, you're not going to accidentally take it off a safety, so that's good. All right, pretty happy with this. There's no front slide serrations. It doesn't matter too much to me. I'm not the press check kind of guy. But it does have serrations. I guess that they call it their, well, it's diamond serrations on the slide here. Okay, that's not bad. All right, let's go ahead and do some close-ups and show you the difference between these other ones. Let's take a look, compare this Wilson EDC X9S against some stuff you're a little more familiar with. We've got a Glock 19 right here. So, lengthwise, once you include that beaver tail, which I think you should, this EDC is slightly shorter than that Glock, not by much. It's very close. So that's not bad. And then check the overall length, especially at that grip. So it is, if we line them up top of the slide there, it is shorter than a Glock 19. Now Wilson says this thing is the same size as a Glock 43. If you go on their website, they do a nice little overlay, and that's what they show. I don't have a Glock 43. I'd only have one for carry, and I don't carry striker fired stuff. Width-wise, looks like this Wilson is a little bit narrower, not by much, but a little bit. So not bad. Anyway, that's a Glock 19 compared to the Wilson. Let's compare to what I've been carrying lately, this Sig P938. So the reason I'm looking at this Wilson is I don't like the way that my grip is on this 938. I think it's a little bit too small for me. And I'd like something with a little more ammo. I think this is like 7 rounds. Wilson is 10 with the flush mag. So that's nice. I really like my DVC Carry, but it doesn't conceal as well as I would like in just a t-shirt. I can pull it off here, but I'd rather be a little more concealed. But regardless, let's take a look at this. Okay, you can see I've got maybe a ½ inch longer overall between the Wilson. The Wilson's about a ½ inch longer than the Sig. Compare the grip. These actually seem to be about the same, actually. So once I put that magazine in there, you can see they really look to be about the same overall length, not by much. The Wilson's slightly longer, but not much at all. And the width, the Wilson is a little bit wider from what I can tell. It certainly looks that way. It's a little bit fatter in that grip for sure. But the slide overall is going to be their thickest part, and the slides are about the same. So size-wise, it is slightly larger than this 938, but not by much. It definitely seems a little bit taller here, but it might just... No, that is... Yeah, that rail definitely adds a bit there. You can take a look at that head on. You just see where that guide rod is, plus you have the rail. Not going to affect concealability at all, but weight-wise, Wilson's a touch heavier, but if you're carrying this 938, you're not going to notice the difference here. Maybe once you load it up and have a few more rounds of ammo, but either way. And then let's compare that to my DVC Carry. So this is the one that I like to carry the most, and in the winter I carry it all the time. I found that in the summer it prints a little more than I would like, just because I'm wearing a t-shirt like I am now. And while I can conceal it, it prints a little bit easier than I'd like. So I don't carry this one much in the summer, although I think it is the perfect one. So let's take a look. DVC Carries over here on the left. You can see this guy is a bit shorter. The Wilson looks like about another ½ inch shorter than that DVC Carry overall. If we stack them, take a look at that grip frame. It's a big difference, and that's actually what I feel prints the most. That's what I have trouble with, is that grip. And again, I carry appendix, so having that grip stick out over here, the smaller I can make it, the better it's going to conceal. And then let's compare width here in the back. You can really see the difference in the length of that grip. Width-wise, they're close. This Wilson is definitely a little bit skinnier in the grip, but again, I think... No, I take it back. It is skinnier in the grip, but the slide's going to be about the same. So if you take a look at those, not bad. Well, that's a quick idea of how this Wilson EDC X9 stacks up to a P938, Glock 19, and DVC Carry. It's similar to a commander size 1911 in terms of the grip length. Pretty cool little gun. I'm pretty happy with it. Like I said, this may be the perfect concealed carry one. It's small enough to conceal well, it seems, under a t-shirt, but still a 1911 platform that I like. Yeah, can't wait to get this thing out to the range, check it out, see what we think of it, kind of go from there. I do have a holster on order for this, so once that shows up, should be in another day or two, I'll do an update, show you how well this conceals in a proper holster, as well as range report. Anyway, hopefully you guys found that useful. Take care, we'll do it again another day.